welcome back to Yaletech DIY. And right here today I'll be doing a detailed course on how to read your diode in any circuit, how to test if the diode is good. I have a lot of circuit here. You can see this is another one, this is another one, this is another one, so like 4 different circuits. So this is the best video if that is what you want to learn. Ensure you wait till the end of this video. So let's start with the first circuit we have here. As you can see, this is one of the panel from a mixer. For those of you who don't know what a diode does, what diode does is very simple. It's just to prevent the reverse flow of either voltage or current in a circuit. You understand? So if the let's say the signal is going this way, you don't want it to go the opposite round. If not, it can spoil something. That is what it does. So it's just like a protection measure. So let's go into the testing very fast. These are resistor, these are not diode. So for those of you that you don't know it, this is what diode looks like. Let me put this so you can see it clearly. This is what a diode looks like. You understand? Don't worry, you will be able to identify it by the time I show you a lot of circuit. So this is the first one, what it looks like. And let's test it now. Very, very simple. So first thing to do is take your multimeter, set it to continuity. You can see it to that point where if you use the probe to touch each other, you hear the sound. You understand? That is what we want to use. Then take one edge to the other. Now to make it very simple, very simple, all you need to do is turn it upside down, because in some circuit it may look like this. If it is like this, then you can easily test it, but for this case now it may not be very convenient. So all I need to do is turn it the other way around. So if I turn it now, this is the circuit. You can see this is the leg of it is here now. If you trace it very well, you see it here. As you can see it, you can see my hand at the back there. So this is where it is now. Remember the law that it must only flow in one direction, not in both. So let's test it out. If I use one of my probe to touch this and the other to touch this one, let's see whether it will read or not. You can see if it's giving you this sign, you can see it's reading 00. Let's assume it's still working, but it must not read the other way around. So let's assume it's reading this way. Now let's interchange our probe. Let's take the positive to this side now. You see it is reading. So whether I go this way now, whether I do it this way or this way, you see it's reading in both directions. This is bad. Do you understand now? So this diode is bad. It will never work. This circuit will never come up. Depending on what it's doing in this circuit, you can see it reading in this direction, the other way to reading. So this one is bad. This is the only diode on this particular panel here. Let's look at another one. I have another type here. So very simple. Look at it in this place now. You can see this is another diode here. You can see the diode. So by now, those of you that you cannot identify it, gradually you should be able to do that now. This is diode here. This is diode again. This is diode, this is diode. You understand? So now you can identify. We don't have, okay, this is another one here. This is another diode here. So now let's check this one now, how to now test too. Same way. You see this one now, you see that this one is giving me reading now. This is 572. This sign here, this ash you see simply means a negative side, so it should read in that direction. If I interchange it, it shouldn't read. You see it now that it's not reading. Let me turn the other way so that you see what I'm saying well. Okay, let me not go there, it's too rough, so that you will not get confused. Look at it, just one direction it must read. You see, reading this way. Let's interchange our probe. Let's do the other way. You see it is reading. Although there can be exception in some circuit depending on the segment where the diode is working. At times it may read, you understand, but not like that you will be getting short in both directions. If you are getting short of 000, that means it is bad. Do you understand? But in some circuit it's possible you get reading this way and you get it the other way. You understand? Because it will react based on the surrounding components. So in that case, to be on safer side, you can just discard one of the leg, then you get the accuracy. Don't worry, we may be able to encounter something like that in this tutorial. So let's proceed to this one. This is the negative probe, so let's check it. Let me interchange it back. Look at it now. You see that it's reading now. Okay, let's now interchange our probe. see that it's not reading this other way around. Now, so this one is good too. This is good. Let's check for this one. See, it's reading this way. Now let's interchange it. See that it's not reading now. So this one is still good also. This is another one. So this one is reading. Now let's interchange. So you see the way diode really work now. So if I go back to that former circuit that we use, remember it was just giving us short all through. You see the first way, short. Interchange it again, short. I believe you fully understand how it works. If this video has really helped you, ensure you like, you subscribe. And for those of you just getting started in electronics, you can check out my PDF in the description. It's just for a token. That is just on how to build a very simple amplifier, a PDF with detailed explanation on how to add volume, troubleshoot it and everything, and that will even tell you more about what each component does. Okay, so now let's look at the third circuit. We have another panel here too. This is, you can see the diode. This is diode, this is diode, this is diode, this is another diode. We have 4 diodes on this particular one. Okay, so now let's go. You know the way we do it. This is the negative side, so let's go. You see this one is giving reading. Let's now interchange with the other direction. You see that it's not reading. So this one is good. But remember what I said, the exception is pause it, it read. If it read, don't conclude here. Just decode one leg and test it. So you'll be able to be very, very sure. But if you hear it short in both directions, don't waste your time. That one is bad, you see. Good this way. This is good. Let's go to the other one. Not reading this way, let's interchange. This reading this way, so this one is good too. Let's look at this one. No, okay, this is not reading. Okay, let's look at the opposite direction. This is reading, so this is good. Let's look at the other one, which is here. Not reading now. Then let's turn to the other way around. You see it's reading, so all the diode on this one, they are good too. Then let's look at the last one. Don't forget like, subscribe for more helpful video on this. What I simply teach on this channel is strictly electronics, build amplifier, do a lot of repair, anything that has to do with DIY. Alright, so on this circuit I have another diode. Sorry. So you can see this diode here. Let's check if this, oh, my meter is shut off. Okay, it's back. Let's go now. Now this is another diode, very simple. Touch. You see, we are seeing some reading there. This is good, but we cannot conclude yet. Let's check the other way around. You see, it's not reading the other way around, so that you get what I'm saying. Well, you see the first one reading. Let's go to the other way around. Not reading, so this is good. Let's go to this one. This is not reading. Let's interchange it. Reading, so this one is good too. Let's look at another one from the parts. Let's look at another one here. So let me show you, bend it way. So this is another one. Let's check it. Reading this direction. Let me interchange my probe. In this direction is yard. This is perfect example of what I'm saying. So you see it is reading in this direction. Let me interchange to the positive to the negative now. You see it's reading in both directions. But in this case now, don't conclude that it's bad. It's not bad. What happened is it's reacting based on the surrounding component, but that does not mean that there will be reverse flow. No. So for you to be sure, maybe it's good or it's deceiving you, just decode one of the leg, raise it up, then read it. You'll be very, very certain. You understand? This is another diode here. So there are a lot. The same principle is applicable even though you are reading Zener diode. So I have some here. Let me touch this one. You see it's reading this way. The other way is reading too, is good. Reading this way, reading this way, not reading the other way. Okay, it's reading the other, not reading the other way. Okay, it's reading. Okay, so this one too is still good, but if you are in doubt, you can just decode one of the leg and you cross check and you'll be very, very certain. So I believe this video has really helped you. If it has helped you, don't forget, give it a like and the subscribe button. Click the subscribe so you don't miss out, and feel free to share it to others. And in case this is the first one we test, this is what a bad one looks like. You can see it. See, this one is not giving us any reading at all, just pure noise. And the other way, so this is bad. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Peace.